everybody. It's meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community, and we have a weather forecast, a little show for you I'll put together for the next couple of minutes, maybe 15 to 20 minutes or so. And I'll tell you, it is chock full of cold air and snow. But we also have some more fire weather to go over, so hang tight, grab some popcorn, because this is going to be a very, very active and busy and informational forecast, guys. I'm meteorologist Erica Martin, and I am a certified meteorologist, certified by the American Meteorological Society. I am also a Skywarn storm spotter and a Weather Ready Nation ambassador and the founder of Weather Co-op. So let's get started here with, of course, all of the alerts we have set up across the nation. I'm going to actually cut off our satellite right here and our radar. We're going to put our radar back up in just a minute, but I want to kick things off with what's happening here as far as our watches and warnings. Do you see that bright blue there, royal blue, if you will? That would indicate that we do have several situations right now as far as the extreme cold warnings go. This is a very serious forecast because of that Arctic air that's moving in. So we're going to talk about the polar vortex. We're going to talk about the Arctic air mass, the winds, and of course, the snowfall. Newsflash, we just got an update with Model Solutions. They are showing that snowfall totals are going to be higher for those who are going to get snow. Some of you are going to get some rain a little farther southeast, but many of you will also see a changeover. So my bigger concern is going to be the colder air, and of course that ice. You guys know how that can sometimes just bury itself right under the snow, and then of course you don't know, and that could be very dangerous. So let's get started with our warnings or our alerts here. This is our extreme cold warning issued by the National Weather Service. So here we're talking about the fact that we have dangerously cold wind chills as low as 48 below zero. Now, I pulled up a graphic that had something in the 50s, all right? So 51 below zero is what mine had, right? Was that correct, Mino? Yeah, I have an assistant in the office, and we're talking about that right now. So we're excited about how we're going to help you guys stay nice and safe during these conditions. Okay, so we have our cold weather advisory as well, which in this case, we're looking at wind chill values that hover below 30 degrees. So wind chill values 30 degrees below zero, that would lead to the cold weather advisory. We are concerned about dangerously cold wind chill values. Your skin can get frostbitten within minutes, okay? Just 5 to 10 minutes, it's all you need there, and it's very, very serious, guys. Please be prepared if you have friends, family in the areas here where you're seeing these extreme cold warnings. Heck, anybody who's going to be experiencing any of this cold air, please let them know. We also have extreme cold watches in effect. In this case, we're looking at wind chill values below 25 degrees below zero. Okay, so that's what that's going to denote here in this like indigo blue. So extreme cold watches. We have Texas full of blues here, including a special weather statement. We have the colder air that's filtering in. This really is threatening the overall impact of, safety for people, because this is going to be the coldest air so far of the season, and we're seeing temperatures that are going to be very cold with wind chill values below zero for many of you. We also have the winter storm watches. We have winter weather advisories here in the purple. We also have these winter storm warnings in the pink up through New England. You guys know I'm from New England, so I've got to keep all of my family alert as to what's happening. I do want to show you, though, across the west coast here, up through the Pacific Northwest and through Southern California, we're seeing some wind issues, and of course, we're seeing our fire weather, so our red flag warning, something we had talked about earlier in the week. This red flag warning is in effect from 10 a.m. Monday until 10 p.m. Tuesday for strong gusty winds. So they're already giving you a heads up there. I do have this particular map set to 72 degrees, 72 hours out. So this is a 72-hour out forecast as far as weather alerts go by the National Weather Service. I am going to change the winds, and I'm going to go with the ECMWF, or the European, at 9 kilometers. Okay? And so I think this is a very nice depiction of the wind profile. Let's go a little bit deeper here. You all know this mustardy color, right? This, of course, is our high wind warning. And this one in particular is a high wind watch. This one is in effect from Monday as well through Tuesday, so it would pair up with the drier conditions, enough fuel, and of course the high winds. That's a big concern here. We have our wind advisories in effect, and here we have a frost advisory in effect from 1 a.m. until 9 a.m. local time Sunday. So this is going to include the interior Monterey County region, Santa Lucia range, the San Benito County, and the southeast Monterey County region, southern Salinas Valley, Arroyo Seco, and Lake San Antonio. Let's go a little farther north to the Pacific Northwest. They're also having concerns here for wind. And they also have that air stagnation. There we go, air stagnation advisory. We've been talking about that one as well. So here, this air stagnation advisory, excuse me, remains in effect until 10 a.m. PST on Tuesday. In case you guys are not aware, I'm still in Southern California now, and we have definitely been experiencing our fair share of that really bad air quality I've shown you guys, and so I'm certainly still feeling it. So we have the air stagnation. We also have the cold weather advisory. And to the east of that, we have, let's see here, across the Great Plains, Great Basin region, Intermountain West, starting to get a little more active there. Now, we don't have any weather alerts issued, but I'm sure those are going to populate soon enough. So here we had that extreme cold warning for parts of Idaho. Wyoming, what do we have for you? We have our cold weather advisory. As we go into Montana, we have several alerts, of course, including our extreme cold warning, our winter weather advisory, our cold weather advisory, our extreme cold watch as well. Can you see everything? There's just so much happening. You know, anytime we're dealing with that polar vortex coming down, we've got to pay attention to several types of weather that could be occurring, because in this case, we have that storm system that's going to move through the Tennessee Valley up towards the northeast, and actually because of the way it's moving, it's going to impact Appalachia, it's going to impact the mid-Atlantic and through the Carolinas as well. So we're going to see a lot of people experiencing cold air and some type of a wintry precip, whether it's a changeover. Definitely seeing a lot of cold type weather. All right, so you can see we've got those winter storm watches, winter storm warnings. This is a freezing spray alert right here. We talked about this one yesterday. This is your freezing spray warning, and of course it's the Great Lake region, so that's to be expected. Keeping an eye on that for you all. That's always very important. We also have some more special weather statements. Icy spots already forming overnight for northern Oneida, Yates, Seneca, southern Cayuga, Onondaga, let's see, Tompkins, Madison, southern Oneida, Tioga, Broome, Delaware, Sullivan, Bradford counties. All right, PA, the cold air is coming for you. Isn't this amazing? Look at all of the cold air alerts we have issued. There's so many. Okay, so keep this in mind. See this area here? See the pink? That's our winter storm warning. So this is in effect from 1 p.m. Sunday until 7 a.m. Monday, Eastern Standard Time. Expecting heavy snow. Total snow accumulations range between 6 to 9 inches. So this includes several people. Let's zoom in. We've got, wow, we've got so many people. We, of course, have New England, parts of the tri-state area, including New York. We have parts of New Jersey, Pennsylvania. We've got the mid-Atlantic. There are several people being impacted by this winter storm warning. I want you all to be prepared. And if you have any loved ones in this area, you might not be in this area, but anybody there, make sure that you share this information with them. We also have our small craft advisories. That's to be expected. Another freezing spray warning here, Lake Michigan. Now, you see that because of the position and the air profile, of course, it looks like we very well could get some lake effect. We'll keep an eye on that for you. We got some a couple days ago in Lake Erie, in the Lake Erie region. We got some really great photos for you guys from Erie, Pennsylvania. And now let's look at our current conditions. All right, let's go from east to west. We're going to go across the East Coast here, the Northeast. We've got Boston at 41, New Haven 41, along with New York, Philadelphia 37, Baltimore 36, Charlotte 48, Roanoke in the 40s, Charleston in the 50s, along with Jacksonville and Miami in the 70s, Nashville in the 30s, Atlanta 50s, along with Montgomery, Jackson, Memphis, Little Rock in the 30s, New Orleans at 61, Mobile at 62, Indianapolis in the 20s. Now as we go through the UP, the Midwest region, we're seeing lots of 20s. We're seeing low double digits and single digits and temperatures below zero. So we have Indianapolis at 28, Chicago at 23, along with Detroit. Believe the game is happening right now. Green Bay 11, Kansas City 19, Des Moines 12, Omaha 13, Sioux Falls at 1, Minneapolis, you're currently 2 below zero, Bismarck 9 below, Glasgow 7 below, Billings at 2 degrees, along with Thermopolis, Rapid City 4. We have Danbury at 12, Garden City at 15, Wichita at 20, Oklahoma City 22. Amarillo, you're at 19, so look at that cold air coming down. I'm going to show you the contour. We're going to go ahead about 42, 72 hours. What do you think? We have, again, somebody in the office is with us, so what do you think, 72? Yeah. Okay, we'll go 72. All right, we've got 31 for Albuquerque, Denver 9, Salt Lake City 26, 29 for Whitebird, Portland 39, and San Francisco at 50. Let's keep this going here. Here we have our current wind chill values, okay? So wind chill, right now, we talked about that, right? The extreme cold warning, we talked about wind chill values as low as hovering in the upper 40s to 50s. So right now, Minneapolis, it feels like it's 23 below zero. Bismarck, it feels like it's 32 below zero. Billings, it feels like it's 16 below. Rapid City, 15 below, along with Sioux Falls. Des Moines, 5 below. Omaha, 4 below. Danbury, 2 below, and we have 11 degrees. That's what it feels like in Chicago, and it feels like 17 degrees in Detroit. This is pretty incredible. And then again, we're going to go over our polar vortex, and this is the why of it all. Why is this happening? Of course, that polar air, we like it to retreat, stay where it belongs, up by the poles. Not going to happen. We're getting a little bit of a buckling. The polar jet is introducing itself here across the contiguous 48, the lower 48, okay? And that's what we're seeing over the next couple of days. Look what happens here. Look what happens with the weak jet stream. It allows all of that cold air to filter in. And in fact, I think this is pretty generous. This keeps the air pretty far north. Not the case with this round. That Arctic air mass is going to creep way down, as you saw, all the way through Texas, impacting New Mexico, the Four Corners. Many people will feel it. And now here is our hour-by-hour forecast, including that precip. Let's get this into motion. As you can see, look what happens. Now, the past couple of days, that rain-snow line was just wobbling around, just moving its way through across the Tennessee Valley northeastward. Now we're seeing it favors more of that snow across the Mid-Atlantic, Appalachia, through the northeast, Adirondacks, the Berkshires, the Piedmont, the Ohio Valley, up through parts of the Mississippi River Valley, all right? Northern Mississippi River Valley, but still, they're going to feel it as well, okay? Now, we also have this little system, this little, it looks like a little trough that's going to move through parts of the Rockies, okay? That doesn't look like it's a big storm system or anything, but what happens is we get something that's going to develop. Look what happens here. Right around Houston, it's going to continue to move eastward, and look, it brings snow to the Gulf states. Look at that. So by Tuesday, the Gulf states are going to see snow starting late, say midnight Tuesday through about 9, 10 a.m. Look at how far. So for those of you, I have a cousin in Tampa. He's like, I've got shorts. That's going to be my outfit for the next couple of days. Hang tight, because that cold air is coming to your neighborhood, Loxley. And then here we go with what I think is one of my favorite graphics. It really gives you a great depiction of what is going to happen with that colder air. We'll get that going for you. Look at that. Look what happens with all that cold air. So initially, I had Monday, Tuesday possibly being the colder nights, and I now went with Wednesday, and I flip-flopped them. So definitely feeling the much colder conditions. And I want to show you a few things here. We have our wind chill graphic, which I showed you guys earlier. I did post it in our weather co-op platform. Please feel free to go take a look at it. Look at what's happening. You've got to be really mindful of how cold it's actually going to feel out there. So this is a really great map, a really great graphic, call it a map, a graphic, right? A really great depiction of what it's going to feel like if it's 20 degrees outside and the winds are about 20 miles per hour, a sustained wind speed of 20 miles per hour. It's actually going to feel like, wait for it, it's 4 degrees. All right, that's the feels like temperature, that wind chill value. And so we're already seeing wind chill values in, what was that? We saw like a 30 below, was it, for Billings? 32 below, 20 something below for Minneapolis. And so, of course, we have to go back to our winter safety map, our winter safety tips. You have to be prepared, please. This is going to be a very stressful couple of days for everybody, for the elderly, for pets. Please don't leave your pets outdoors. For children, please be aware. And for, I think in general, for even the most healthy person, dress for the conditions, limit your time outside, check on others, watch for icy areas, check furnaces, chimneys, check the carbon monoxide detectors. Here we have it referenced as the monoxide detectors, but carbon monoxide detectors. Insulate exposed pipes, because pipes could burst, will likely burst. Check batteries, check tire pressures, have jumper cables, have blankets in the trunk of a car. Bring your pets indoors. Did you hear that? Bring your pets indoors. Provide shelter outside. Provide fresh water. Keep salt away from the paws. And then I want to show you the Inauguration Day forecast. So this, of course, is piggybacking with what's happening with this Arctic blast, okay? So this is going to be the coldest inauguration since President Reagan's in 1985. The forecasted temp, I have a high of 25. They may come back down a little bit. Might go to maybe 24. Right now we'll leave it at 25. Certainly going to be windy. And overnight lows, I have it. I did initially have us at 10, but I'm going to go with a 9 for now. I'm going to go with a single-digit overnight low for the inauguration. And this is just simply because if I have to change it and I have to go up 1 degree to 10 degrees, I think that's better than having to come down to a single digit. Just psychologically, visually, I think it's just better. You don't want to hear me go down to a single digit, so I'd rather start at a 9 right now. I do think we'll drop to a 9. We may even hit 8. Okay, so that's for our new president, President Donald Trump. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. I love that. And here, this particular weather forecast, I would like to thank so much WDUP. We have the, I just actually got off of a Zoom with the founder of WDUP, 92.9, based in New London, Connecticut. I am so grateful to partner with wonderful people around the world to just talk about my passion, which is weather, to keep you all safe. Now, if you guys want to see the New London forecast, it is a hodgepodge of just verbiage up there and numbers. So as I told you, we were dipping and diving with that Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to go slightly cooler for the overnight low on Wednesday. And I'm going to leave the high a little bit warmer. It's by 1 degree than Tuesday. We're also going to talk about your snow totals. So coming up tomorrow, I do have your snow totals, and we're going to talk about what you can expect in your neck of the woods. Like I said to you, we are seeing several reports of winter storm warning alerts. And remember, this is 72 hours out. So let's take a look once again at who has these. You can see there in the pink. Guys, please be prepared. Once again, we have our extreme cold warning. We're taking off that satellite. I'm going to leave that precip on there. Actually, I'll pull it off and look at across the nation. Cold weather advisory, cold weather advisory, extreme cold warning. We have more. We have winter weather advisories. And then, of course, in Southern California, we have to contend with the high wind watch and our red flag warnings. I'm certified broadcast meteorologist Erica Martin, Weather Ready Nation ambassador, and the founder of Weather Co-op. Guys, if you have any questions about this Arctic blast, please let me know. I want you all to be safe. I'm going to post more stuff in our platforms. Have a great night. Bye.